That stock readjusting after we saw the CEO being ousted from inappropriate behavior and a probe that uncovers personal ties to the vendor. Yep. But overall, like, the stock's not done well, as Nora was saying. Mary Ross Gilbert's Bloomberg Intelligence senior equity analyst who covers retail for us. Hey, Mary, if we just take out this 10% pop on the CEO ouster, how is Kohl's actually doing?
So that's a good question, Alex. So really what's happening here, yes, we had the news that the CEO was ousted, but that's big news, right? Because now we have Michael Bender stepping in as CEO, and he's the fourth in under 3 years. But let's give you a little bit of a backdrop. Since 2021, when the company added Sephora shops to their stores, their revenues have fallen $2.2 billion. But in the meantime, Sephora added $1.8 billion. So that means that their revenues are down almost $5 billion away from beauty. So that kind of gives you the backdrop of what's happening operationally here. And with these different CEOs, nobody has seemed to find the formula how to get back to growth. The reason why the stock has popped today is really because they came out with their first quarter preliminary figures showing that their comp sales were down 4 to 4.3% when the company was guiding down 6% and consensus was at down 6.4%, and earnings were even higher. So what I mean by higher is from an operating income perspective, consensus was at 6 million and they're guiding to, somewhere around 40 million. So that's much better. And so from an EPS perspective, the loss is going to be about half of what analysts expected. And that's really the pop. And the good news here is that the company is rich in real estate. And so if you look at the potential value of the real estate holdings, which could be nearly 6 billion, and if you look at their stock and where it's trading and how it's valuing the business, that's under 5 billion. So that kind of gives you sort of a framework.
When you start going to the value of the real estate, then the business
that's never a good sign.
Is in trouble.
Yeah.
We did that with Macy's and the value of their air rights in Manhattan. That's not good. So, Mary, what is Kohl saying? What are some of the retailers that you cover? What are they saying about tariffs, their ability to manage tariffs, how much they will take in their profit margin versus how much they'll try to pass along to consumers?
Paul, you're right. Tariffs is really a big issue, and there was no commentary regarding that, neither in this call and neither in their fourth quarter call. But we do know that roughly over 30% of their revenues, they directly import. So there is going to be a hit here or some sort of exposure. And we're still early in the earnings for the first quarter, because that's where we're going to really get an update. Because when these companies reported their fourth quarter earnings, we were talking about tariffs in that sort of 20% range. And now we're at 145 for China.
Yep.
So yeah, so we're going to learn more, obviously, when we get the call. But for now, there's not a lot of disclosure around it, but we do know there is an impact.
All right, Mary, thank you so much. We always appreciate getting your thoughts on the global retailers here. Mary Ross Gilbert, Bloomberg Intelligence senior equity analyst. She covers the retail space.